Do you know what this creator, and this creator all have in common? All of them gained over 25,000 followers on Instagram last month by simply changing the hashtags that they were doing. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly how you could do the same thing because Instagram just changed the best hashtag strategies that you should be using. There are 3 new hashtag strategies that you need to make sure that you're implementing on Instagram. In fact, if you're not paying attention to these hashtag strategies, you're still using the old ones, or worst of all, you're using the wrong hashtag strategies on Instagram. It's why you're not getting the views that you see your competitors getting. It's why you're not growing as quickly as you see other creators growing on Instagram right now. And quite frankly, you're making a huge mistake because it is easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before. So please, I beg you, make sure you watch this video all the way through to the end. You need all 3 hashtag strategies. The last one is by far the most important. It helps the most videos on Instagram go viral. In addition to that, I'm going to be sharing with you mistakes that people are making when it comes to hashtags because there are so many of them. And quite frankly, it's ruining the amount of views that you're getting and the amount of followers that you're getting. Right now, the first hashtag strategy that you need to be implementing on Instagram is using 15 hashtags. Now, I will warn you, that's not the best one to use. There are 2 others. The last one I'm going to share with you is by far the best one. But before we could dive into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course. You get it, the link in the pinned comment below. I strongly suggest you get into it. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on Instagram right now and so much more. Now, before I can share with you the 2 other hashtag strategies that you need to make sure that you're implementing, I need to make sure that you actually understand how Instagram uses hashtags. So in the past, Instagram used hashtags kind of as a ranking thing. If you were able to rank for a hashtag before it got big, or you were able to rank on a hashtag super early, you were potentially able to get a ton of views within your niche. It doesn't work like that anymore. How Instagram uses hashtags now is they pretty much use it to determine who they should be pushing your content to, and if you're lucky, you will get in the real spot on a hashtag. Now you need to understand, when you look up a hashtag, there's a huge Reels video and then there are a ton of photos. So that Reels video is a ton of real estate, but I would not bank on being in that Reels slot. It changes for every viewer. It's not the same for everybody across the app, the way that YouTube search results would be or something like that. So I would strongly suggest you do not focus on that aspect of hashtags. Instead, you need to focus on the aspect which is showing Instagram who they should be pushing your content to and making sure that your content actually lines up with what Instagram is trying to push. For example, if you look up hashtag fitness and then go under the top reels and your reel does not look like those reels, you can determine one of 2 things. 1, you're not creating content that is trending on Instagram. 2, Instagram is not going to be pushing out your content because, like I just said, it's not what Instagram is currently pushing under fitness. The same thing goes for crypto. For anything that you can think of, you need to make sure that whatever kind of content you're creating on Instagram, that it looks like the other things that are showing up under the hashtags that you're using, because a lot of small creators on Instagram completely ignore this, and it's a telltale sign that you're not creating the right content for your audience, and like I said earlier, that Instagram is not going to be pushing out your content. That being said, the second hashtag strategy you need to make sure that you're implementing is 1 to 2 hashtags. Now I need to make sure that you also understand several other things when it comes to hashtags. Like there are small hashtags, medium hashtags, and large hashtags. How big a hashtag is going to be determined by your niche. A lot of creators think that they can just use arbitrary numbers like 1 million, 500,000, 10,000. You cannot do that because it's going to be relative for your niche. For example, for dance, there's a huge audience on Instagram. For fitness, there is a huge audience. For horses, might not be as big of an audience, so you need to make sure that you're paying attention to how big a hashtag is actually within your niche. And the way that you're gonna do this, I strongly suggest every single person watching this video right now has 30 to 50 hashtags for their niche. From those 30 to 50, you can rank them from small to medium to large, and I need to make sure that you're not just using small hashtags, not just using large hashtags. You need to be using a mixture of them, 70% large, 30% small. This is going to be the ideal ratio for Instagram to be able to look at your hashtags and say, hey, this is who we should be pushing the content to, but also protecting yourself, hedging yourself against some of those smaller hashtags getting traction or blowing up and you being able to rank for one of those reels under there. Because like I said earlier, it shouldn't be your main focus, but it should be something you're hedging against, because if that happens, it can result in you gaining a ton of followers literally overnight or getting a ton of views literally overnight. And for a lot of you, it can change your life on Instagram if you're able to rank under one of those hashtags. Now, there is one more hashtag strategy I need to make sure that you guys are implementing. It is by far the best. It is most likely to help your account go viral. But before we could dive into that, I need to make sure that you understand the mistakes that I see so many small creators making on Instagram. 1, putting hashtags in your comments. Do not do that. The only place that hashtags should be is after your description. I see a lot of people putting them in the middle of the description, putting them before the description. Please stop doing this. You are hurting your account. You are not helping your account. You need to stop doing this. Only have hashtags after your description. Secondly, I see a lot of people people using irrelevant hashtags. Now you know how Instagram hashtags actually work, so you know how bad it is to actually be using irrelevant hashtags. You're hurting Instagram's ability to push your content to the right people. You're hurting Instagram's ability to feed their algorithm the right content, and ultimately you're shooting yourself in the foot, and this is why you're not getting traction on Instagram, because a lot of you are using irrelevant hashtags. Instagram is not like TikTok where you can kind of use irrelevant hashtags or get away with it. Instead, you need to only be using hashtags that are relevant. The third mistake creators are making, they're only using large hashtags or they're only using small hashtags. Again, use that 70 to 30 mix. And then finally, the biggest mistake that I see creators make when it comes to hashtags on Instagram, especially you small creators, and if this is you right now, leave a comment below. A lot of creators are spending way too much time thinking about hashtags. If there was a pie chart, hashtags would make up 5% of whether or not a post actually does well. Other things that come into this are the actual length of your post, what sound you use, what description you use, what topic you use, what hook you use, how much watch time you got on your video, whether or not people are sharing your posts, whether or not people are saving your post. These things matter a lot more than hashtags, so I need to make sure that you understand something. Implement all the principles when it comes to the hashtags from this video, and like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you the #1 hashtag strategy that will help you go viral and that is most prevalent in viral posts on Instagram in just a second. But before we do that, you need to understand, just focusing on hashtags is going to be a losing battle. You need to be focused on everything else that I said to you. What sound you're using, whether or not your post is trending, the topic that you're using, the lighting in your post, all of these things do matter. And if you ignore these things, it's going to be the reason that you do not take advantage of Instagram during the easiest time ever to grow on it. And this brings me to the next point that I have to make. The only two types of posts you should be doing on Instagram, besides stories, are carousels and reels. If you're doing anything else, it is going to be hurting you. It is going to hurt your ability to grow because you need to understand those are the only two things that have organic reach on Instagram right now. If you're not putting out video content, then you're in Instagram 1.0. You're in the past on Instagram. Instagram is a video app. The CEO of Instagram literally has come out and said that it is a video app. So why are you not making video content, and why are you not focused on the hook in your video, the sound you're using, whether or not it's trending, and actually implementing the principles that help video content do well? Because this isn't luck. Doing well on Instagram is not luck at all. It simply comes down to keeping people on the app and providing the algorithm with content that they know they have an audience for, and you can do that if you implement the things that I just shared with you, and it's going to help you go viral if you use the last hashtag strategy, which is 8 to 10 hashtags. Like I said earlier, this is the hashtag strategy that is most prevalent on videos that go viral on Instagram, but you need to make sure you're also choosing the right topic, using the right hook, posting at the right time, and doing so many other things right if you want to go viral on Instagram and you want to get more followers and get more views. That being said, if you want to get guaranteed growth on Instagram, like the creators that I shared with you in this video, then you need to make sure that you keep watching this video, because I'm going to share with you a way that I will personally look at your account, tell you exactly what to post, when to post, critique your content to guarantee that you grow on Instagram. If that sounds interesting, then keep watching this video. All of that being said, if you want guaranteed growth on Instagram in 2022 or just in the next 30 days, you need to get into my mentorship program where I guarantee that I can help you grow on Instagram. In fact, I'm going to tell you what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you grow in the next 30 days. If you don't grow, I'm going to give you your money back, 0 questions asked. Now, there are limited spots for this because there are so many people that want to get into it, but I can only work with so many creators. So if you're interested, go to the link in the description. This is the same exact course that Tuvok12 took to gain over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Av Moves took to gain over 1 million followers on Instagram, the Joel Magician took to gain over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and so many other creators. I'm telling you guys, the organic reach on Instagram is not going to last forever. If you want to take advantage of this, you want brands to pay you for your posts, you want to know what you should be posting, what hashtags to use, what time you should be posting, and again, guaranteed growth on Instagram. Nobody has ever offered this before. Nobody's ever going to be able to offer this, but I can offer this to you right now if you get into this very limited program. So please, if you're interested, sign up at the link in the description. If not, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I'm going to put up on the screen, because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.